to this episode of ISV Talks. I'm Carol Livingston, the owner of Dynamics Connections and your host of ISV Talks. Welcome, everyone, to this special episode with my friends from TrinDocs, Heather and Jeremy. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Great to be with you, Carol.
Well, let's start out by having you each introduce yourself and tell us how long you've been with TrinDocs. Heather, you want to start?
Yeah. So my story actually started before I started working at TrinDocs. So I used to work for a company as an accountant. So I was the senior accountant there for probably about 10 years. And while I was working there, I just got tired of all the filing and the stacks of paper and chasing down my approvals. So I decided to implement a document management system within the company to help with that. In researching all the different companies out there, we actually chose TrinDocs. I implemented it at my last job. And within 2 years, I had taken the entire company paperless. I didn't want to stop. So I decided to change careers. I made a big career move and I left my accounting job and actually came to work at TrinDocs. So I have been at TrinDocs for 9 years now.
Okay.
I started running implementations and support, and now I am the director of TrinDocs, and I'm just kind of overseeing and running TrinDocs right now.
Great. Thank you. Jeremy, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us how long you've been with TrinDocs?
Well, my story is nowhere near as exciting as Heather's, but I've been with TrinDocs for a little over 4 years now and have loved every minute of it. TrinDocs is a small, family-owned business of accountants, and either you're like Heather, you're an accountant, or you're a coder, or then there's just a small number of people like me that are out here selling and marketing TrinDocs. It's a great team, very thankful to be part of it. And 4 years in the Microsoft community has been just overwhelmingly positive, very receptive group. Proud to be a part of it.
Yeah. And well, tell us a little bit about, Jeremy, how did TrinDocs get started? And you mentioned accountants, so I'm intrigued already. And what's your company history?
Sure. Well, we're, like I mentioned, a small family-owned business of accountants, and our owners actually own a Microsoft VAR and also an ISV. And so, of course, TrinDocs is the ISV side. The VAR side, our sister company, is TrinSoft. So all the way back to 1996, our owners left KPMG and Dean Dorton and kind of these big name accounting firms and began their own company. So 1996, they began selling Navision and then GP, and now we're on to Business Central, so very focused in the SMB world. Fast forward from 1996 to about 2010, and that's when TrinDocs came into the picture. And so for about 15 years now, TrinDocs has been serving the SMB world, primarily in Dynamics space. Of course, we've been helping Business Central clients for years now. We were the first AP automation provider on AppSource for Business Central. And we're going to talk about today, we're the first AP automation provider that's verified by MSDW. But we're not exclusive to Dynamics. Acumatica, NetSuite, Sage Intacct, all of these other ERP systems that are focused on the SMB world. We're working with everybody, that's in that space.
So kind of focused on SMBs, kind of lots of different ERPs, but the history of Dynamics and Microsoft. Gotcha. Awesome. So I think you already covered kind of what products you're compatible with. Is there any industries that you specialize in or work with?
Yeah, absolutely. Heather, you go first and I'll add color commentary if you want.
Yeah, so we integrate with a whole long list of different ERP, EBS, SoftBase, Acumatica, a lot of the ones that Jeremy mentioned as well. We have healthcare, retail. Gosh, there's so many. We have shipping, trucking.
Manufacturing is a big one for us too.
We have a lot of industries and we have a lot of people here on the team who specialize in those different areas.
Those industries. Gotcha. So what's the basic description of your solution and your unique features?
Well, the two big pillars for what we do is electronic document management and workflow automation. And so that encompasses lots and lots of things. But since we're owned by accountants, even though they haven't been in practice since 96, every year they keep their CPA licensing current. So it's very, very much a passion. So, PO approvals with audit logs, auto GL coding, all the things that you would expect our pain points in
Right.
traditional accounting, those are the areas where we help. And since we tailor solutions around client needs, it's very much a collaborative process. The users have actually helped build their own solution alongside of us, and it's just a very, very good toolkit that we offer.
Yeah, and I like your tagline, automation as unique as you are. That
Yep.
really is a differentiator for what you do and how you do it, right?
Big
Yes,
time.
definitely. I mean, we have some clients that come to us and they have very complex processes in their business today, and they're looking for someone that isn't going to give them a straight out of the box solution and say, you have to do it this way. So that's one of my favorite parts of the job, honestly, is when we do get those complex business processes. What can we do to help them? And because we are unique, we can always find a way to do what it is they're needing to do. No matter how complex it is, we will tailor our solution to work with them versus forcing them to work with our solution the way we have it.
It's kind of funny. We get questions, well, how will you handle this problem? Or how will you handle that problem? And so the answer is, well, how do you handle that problem today?
Yeah.
And if they
Yep.
can tell us, well, here's our process, well, then we can do it. We tell them, if you can document it, we can do it. So as long as we can understand what your rules and policies and procedures are, and we
Yeah.
can understand and document that, then we can automate that for you. But everybody, I don't know if there's two clients that have the same TrinDocs. It's a toolkit that wraps around businesses. So it really is unique for every client.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. It's a toolkit, right? It's the tools you need
Mhm.
to make that process work for your business. Nice.
Right.
Okay, so I know you guys also have recently had some new releases of TrinDocs. So you want to tell us about that, Heather?
Yeah, we are so excited. I know everyone out there is hearing all the buzz out there about AI and machine learning, and
Right.
we're
Yeah.
right there with it. So we are so excited. We have released our auto AI OCR. So what this means is, your PDFs are going to come into TrinDocs, and we're just going to read all the required data that you need to create an invoice with no user interaction. The whole team, we are so excited for this. This has been in the works for a while. It is finally out there and released. And then also our machine learning. So the machine learning is a big one that everyone has been
Yeah.
wanting. That's allowing our clients to not have to focus on keying GLs for the same invoices every month to the same GLs. TrinDocs is going to do that for them and take that work
Yeah.
off of them so they can focus on other things. So that would probably be two of our big ones. And another big one that I'm so excited about is we actually have another software that we sell called TrinForms. So this is used for things like purchase requisitions and fixed asset request. That is now going to be integrated into TrinDocs. So now both of our softwares are going to be combined into one. So it is going to be a one-stop shop for our clients. They're going to be able to do their processes from beginning to end in one place. And we are so excited about this and cannot wait for our clients to be in the system trying it out.
That's
Did I miss
awesome.
anything, Jeremy?
No, I think you're all over it. The whole requisition piece, what TrendForms allows you to do is that you can have non-ERP users create their own purchase requisitions that integrate into
Yeah.
your ERP, and that's a gap in Business Central. So we believe that TrendForms is going to be a really big platform for us to grow and really help clients boost efficiencies inside and outside the office.
Yeah, and what better way to control spend but get, everybody to discuss and approve the spend before you do it.
Right? Tighten
Right.
Exactly.
controls.
Yep.
So such a good feature. And I know with Business Central, I've had several partners ask me for, purchase requisition solutions. So this is a good place to start, right? With Business Central.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, and I know you also cover other things like besides accounts payable, automating the invoice capture and coding and approvals, but what else do you do?
So we have, oh, Jeremy, what are we up to? Over 40,
There's at
40
least
different.
40 workflows.
Yeah. So
Okay.
some of our most popular ones is we do vendor statement reconciliation. We reconcile those vendor statements for the users. We have credit card expense reconciliation, credit card statement reconciliation, and expenses. I mean, expenses is a big one. Handling the expense
Mhm.
reports for all the team members,
Yes.
that's a big one as well. So we've
Mhm.
gotten into AR over the past couple years, contract management. There's really
Right.
such a long list, and it's always exciting when a client comes to us with a new one that we haven't done before. So the
Right.
40, that's probably the 40 most common ones that we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
exciting. Anywhere you have paper and you have a manual approval process, that's where
uh,
we're helping people. But
Right.
again, since we're owned by accountants, we always start in payables because that's where most of the paper is at. But once people see how great we've helped efficiencies in accounting, well, now all of a sudden HR wants to run, employee onboarding through us and
Yeah.
W-9s and all, or the legal team wants to help with contract management. And so we end up being more than just an accounting tool and really a whole business, cross-functional tool to boost efficiencies.
yeah. Gotcha. Nice. So, and I know you do payments too, right? On the vendor payment side.
We do the three big solutions we have: Trend Forms, TrinDocs, TrendPay. That's our portfolio for procure to pay automation. So we can help you with requisitions and getting those integrated. We can help you with payables and that approval process, and we can help you pay your vendors more efficiently too. And of course, all of those have pre-built integrations with Business Central. And so that's what we're out there talking every day, all day about is procure to pay automation.
Okay. Awesome. So I know TrinDocs just had some new features recently released. So you want to share, Heather, some of those new features? Maybe you already kind of touched on that, but was there anything else that's coming up that we're looking forward to?
In October, we had a user group with our clients, and it was great. We had the opportunity to listen to our clients on what are they looking for, what are they wanting to see in TrinDocs, and we got so many great suggestions out of that. So this past week, we actually met together here internally as a team to review all those suggestions from our clients to put together our release for next year. So next year, we are going to have another release that will be based on all the features that came from our clients. Because really, our clients are the ones that are using TrinDocs.
Right.
Who are we to say what is the best thing to add into TrinDocs or what everyone would like? We just go straight to our clients, we ask them, and ultimately, TrinDocs is created based on our clients and their feedback. So we're definitely excited to do that one last year. Some of the suggestions that we got are amazing, and we're so excited to get those out there because I think a lot of people are going to benefit
Yeah.
from those.
Yeah, so that's great. You get client feedback that informs what you're going to put in the product next
Yeah.
release. That's awesome. And are people given credit like, hey, this came from, Heather or came from Jeremy or someone on your client's side?
We do a clutter every month and we
Yeah.
share tips and tricks and, name names and give kudos and things when we can too. But what Heather's talking about is not a one-time, one-off situation, but it's very much an ongoing, constant feedback. And our solutions are very good. That's why we're growing at the clip we have. But we're not satisfied with where we've been. We want to continue to have real world accounting solutions fueled by real world accountants. And so we're talking to our clients about the good, the bad, the ugly of our solutions and always improving.
Right. Awesome. So we have some breaking news from the TrinDocs team here today, and I'm very excited to share with you this breaking news that TrinDocs has just earned a badge from Microsoft Dynamics World. They are now one of the first AP automation solutions to achieve that Microsoft Dynamics World verified ISV status. So, Jeremy, tell us a little bit about this honor and this badge that you have.
Well, as you mentioned, TrinDocs is the very first AP automation provider to earn this Microsoft Dynamics World Verified ISV status. And I think it's so fitting that it's a badge because we wear it as a badge. It's a badge of honor. And I'll kind of give you a sneak peek behind the scenes of how we earn this. And so I was talking to Jason and the guys over there, Adam, about this program that they have and how it might be helpful for the community to see behind the scenes for an AP automation provider with Business Central. And so we start off by talking to 3 or 4 different Microsoft MVPs, and these are folks that are, Steve Chinsky, Kim Dallafeld, AJ Ansari, the people that you know the names. They've been around, they're legends in the community. Remember, I'm only 4 years old in the community, so I'm talking to people that are legends in the community, and it starts on a hot seat, and they're peppering me, peppering Heather with questions. Can you do this? What about this? How? And it was fast and furious for about an hour. And then after that, we give them an overview of our documentation, which they loved. And then we turn them loose in sandboxes. And so very little instruction given to these MVPs. It's more or less, here's the solution.
Yeah.
What do you think? And so they dive in, they work real world, real time Business Central documents to TrinDocs, TrinDocs to Business Central, and they try to shoot holes in it. And at the end of the day, there weren't too many holes shot in the solution. Honestly, I don't recall any. It was all very glowingly good news. And of course, that's not surprising to us because TrinDocs was also the first AP automation provider on AppSource for Business Central. So we've gained BC
Great.
from a
Yeah.
lot of bigger companies that say they have integrations, but apparently don't. But we're serving dozens of
Yeah.
BC clients, having migrated from GP. So this award is something that kind of for us is not a surprise, but maybe to the industry it is. Maybe folks are thinking, well, TrinDocs, I've never heard of them, but MSDW, everybody knows. And so if you have their approval, if you're friends with them, you're friends with us. And so we're hoping that that really causes some waves in the partner community, and we would welcome conversations to share more about that.
Right. And we're looking at this evaluation report, which is what the MVPs, Steve Chensky and others contributed to that evaluation, right?
Right. And that's available on, obviously, MSDW did a press release about it, so you can get more information on their website or TrinDocs.com. We have this solution up there. And, a lot of times you go to a website and you look for a report and you have to give your name and your number and your email in order to get the report. And so,
Right.
okay, somebody's going to be emailing me about this. Well, at TrinDocs, that's not the way that we work. And we believe if you want the information, you shouldn't have to fear us pestering you, which we're not going to do anyway. But it's out there for anybody. You don't have to put your information in. Just go to TrinDocs.com and you can get the report under the resources tab. So there's TrinDocs.com resources white papers. Download it, share it freely.
Okay, awesome. And as part of this process, the press release says that they independently verify customer and partner references. How does that work?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure how all they did that. We shared information with them that's confidential. Here's people that we work with, here are clients you may speak with. So I'm not certain who all they spoke with or what all they gotten from them beyond what's in the report. What we did kind of open up the books, and there's no smoke and mirrors. We're very transparent, a lot of times even to a fault, but we said, here's who we are, here's who our clients are. Talk to anybody you want. And so they did. And that's what
Exciting.
details.
Okay, or if they can't find it on your website or Microsoft Dynamics World, they can always reach out to you too, right, Jeremy?
Anytime, however you'd like. I'm very active on LinkedIn and social media, but however they would like to contact us, of course, we would love to speak.
Okay, perfect. So just to kind of wrap up here, thank you both, Heather and Jeremy, for joining us today and sharing your breaking news about this badge, the Microsoft Dynamics World Verified ISV status. So congratulations for that. This is Jeremy's contact information. So again, if you need to reach out to him, you want to get a copy of that evaluation report or just learn anything about TrinDocs, feel free to reach out to him. Jeremy, do you want to kind of go over your contact info?
If you don't mind, I would like to. My last name phonetically has a T in it, but grammatically it does not. And so my email is jprichard@TrinDocs.com. So that's jprichard@TrinDocs.com. Of course, my direct phone number is 859-309-8742. And again, very active in LinkedIn and in the community. And so I would love if it's at a summit or Dynamics Con or wherever we might cross paths. I would appreciate, getting to shake people's hands and just have an introduction.
Yep.
And we're truly looking for win-win-win scenarios, starting with the
Mhm.
partner ISV relationship and serving the businesses. But if it's not a win-win-win, then frankly, we're not interested in those. But if there's situations where everybody wins, that's really what we're looking to do.
That's great. So yeah, so Jeremy Prichard, and I heard his name, Jay Prichard at TrinDocs.com. So thank you, Jeremy, for going over your contact info, and thank you, Heather, for sharing your history and your background. And I'm a fellow accountant too. So yeah, it was great having you both. Folks, we'll see you on the next episode of ISV Talks, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time, friends. Bye bye.
Thank you, Carol.
Thanks.